he attempted to kill or killed 5 people.
This is a life worth preserving.
In their last chance to speak to the jury, prosecutors try to reiterate why they believe a death sentence is appropriate in this case.
He killed Josh Haber. He killed Josh Williams. He attempted to kill April Trent. He attempted to kill John Shively, and he attempted to kill Bryce Hendrickson. That's 18 shots attempting to murder 5 people.
While Nasser Hamad's defense team rehashed those mitigating factors, his hard work, family dedication, and PTSD diagnosis, all things that more than a dozen witnesses testified to on Monday, all factors, they say, are worth sparing his life.
And you're allowed to consider mercy. You know, based on who he is and what he's done, that this terrible tragedy shouldn't define totally. Should he be punished according to the law? Yes.
The jury has a tough decision to make, weighing both the aggravating circumstances of the crime they convicted him of and the mitigating factors to come up with a punishment. And they have several options to choose from. Life with parole after either 25 or 30 years served, life with no parole at all, or the ultimate sentence in this state, death.
The state's position is that it's not even close. It just isn't. And that leaves you no other choice under the law but to go back into the jury room and find that a death sentence is appropriate.
But all it takes is one of those 12 to prevent that from happening. But then the entire panel would then have to collectively decide on a life sentence before a verdict can be made.
The legislature has provided each one of you with an incredible power. Each one of you individually has the ability to preserve a life.
Well, we're now more than 8 hours into their deliberations, and should the jury not reach a verdict tonight, they will be sequestered for overnight until tomorrow morning when they'll resume their deliberations then. Live outside the Trumbull County Courthouse tonight, Nadine Grimley, WKBN 27 First News.